I have always considered myself a tinker. I've always worked with my hands. There's this fine line between craftsmanship and fine art, and yet it's kind of the same process. My name is John Billings. Everyone knows me as the GrammyMan, and I make the Grammy Awards here in Ridgway, Colorado.
He really is kind of a last of a dying breed in a way. The stuff he does in that little dungeon of a studio, it's just one of a kind. Everything
is going to China these days to be mass-produced. We're still making molds by hand. I'm basically a dinosaur. I mean, I'm working with tools and methods that go back to the Bronze Age. Each one is hand-cast, hand-filed, hand-ground, hand-polished. I just heard that, not only are the American Music Awards, the Academy of Country Music Awards, the Golden Globe Awards, the Emmy Awards are all now being made in China.
They are. Well,
I mean, nobody hand pours metal anymore.
But that's what makes the Grammy so special, isn't it?
Well, yeah.
Well, that's what it's handcrafted.
By just some ordinary guys in a little old town in Colorado. I have now for the past 10, 12 years slowly built a crew of guys that feel the same way I do.
There's only 4 of us that make the Grammys in the whole world, so I am very pleased inside to be part of that.
My job it's very special, and I feel blessed every day.
Every Grammy is different. It's handmade. Everything is handmade here. This certainly isn't China.
So the first thing was to fire up that casting pot in the morning. We created our own alloy. It's a very special alloy that we cast the Grammys out of, and it's called GrammyMan. And I wish I could tell you what's in it, but it's sort of a trade secret. Some tools you can't get anymore, tools that have been handed down from master to apprentice for several generations. One of my most precious tools is this little chasing hammer, and it was passed down from my master's master to him to me. It's been used for over 100 years. It's chased 1,000 miles of bronze, but it's not a hammer you would pick up and drive a nail with. This is only for just lightly tapping. And I tell my guys, if this place ever catches fire, grab that hammer and let's get out of here. It's very precious to me. I learned the mold making trade from a man, Bob Graves, who was my best friend's father, lived 2 doors down from each other. Bob Graves was the man that made the first Grammy in 1958. At that time, I didn't know what a Grammy was. It was a new award for Frank Sinatra and Dean Martin. I was apprenticed to him for 7 years before he passed away. I've continued making the Grammys as a promise to Bob that I would never let someone else do them, that I would keep them. In that 40 years, I've probably made about 8,000, 9,000 Grammys. I owe him, I can't describe the honor it is to carry his tradition forward. I feel this spirituality surrounding me. And I don't go to church, but sometimes I feel like I'm working in a church. There's always something inside of everybody that needs to come out so that they could feel good about themselves. I think my art has made me a good person. And I will be there in that shop every day for the rest of my life.